welcome to isoVerse. My name is Josh, and today we're here to talk about the faction server. Finally, we have launched the official faction server of isoVerse, and we're super excited to get to show you that today. We've been working hard on this, so here we go. Let's jump in. Welcome to Factions. The goal of this server is to create a faction, to protect your land, and to work with other people to build up your faction and make a base that you can defend against PvP and griefing, and you have to also gain power. And so we'll talk about some of those faction features today. You can invite people, you can have officers in your faction, you can see a map, so very exciting stuff. Let's get right into it. So to start your adventure, you could walk right into this portal here that says start building, and this will take you to the 1.20 build world. But before we go in here, I do want to show some of the other features that we have here at the spawn, just to talk about what you can do in the spawn. Over here, you'll see that there are hidden rewards all throughout the spawn. And all you have to do is walk on the blackstone pressure plate, and you can claim that reward and get free crates and XP. So great, there you'll find them all over the spawn. You have to look far and wide to find all 30 of them. There's also jobs, and you can get a job on factions to get some extra money for doing things that you might be doing already. So you can be a brewer, and then every time that you brew potions, these potions here, you get a certain amount of coins and some points and XP as well. Now, coins can be used in the faction's economy to pay other people and to trade and to buy things at the shop. And you can type /balance to see the number of coins you have, and /baltop to see the highest earners so far who have the most coins on factions. Now, next up are bounties. These are fun because if somebody kind of annoys you, you should place a bounty on their head. All you have to do is do /bounty list, and you will see who currently has a bounty outstanding for them. So essentially, if you kill somebody who has a bounty on their head, then you get that money. And if you want someone killed, you can put a bounty on their head to incentivize other people to go and kill them. So we just talked about jobs and bounties, and you can actually walk in this room over here to get some more information about these features. So you'll see we have a bunch of commands on this board over here. We've got information about the job system and some more information about our economy, which we'll talk about later. So in this room, you'll see a bunch of commands. You can read through and learn how some things work, but we highly recommend that you check out our wiki. If you do /wiki, you'll see the link right here, and this will take you to a very informational page. Just click factions, and you'll see every single command and feature and how to use it with a ton of explanation. So make sure you check out our wiki if you have any questions. And if you have further questions, you can ask in chat or create a ticket. But now I want to show you the dynamic shop. So this shop is really cool because you can buy a bunch of different items, but it's dynamic. So the price of the item is going to fluctuate every single day, and the quantity available is going to be limited, and the price can go up or down based on the demand that there is on that item in the store. So if you buy a bunch of the items, well, the demand's going to go up, and so the price to buy them might go up. And conversely, when you sell items, the opposite happens. So you should go to this shop every single day, because every day you can sell and buy a certain amount of items. So if you have a bunch of items, you should come back each day to make sure that you're selling those items to the shop, and all you have to do is click on an item here, and you can say, I want to sell 1 or 2 or 3, and you can choose how many you want to sell up to a full stack, or you could buy. The bottom row here is to buy, the top row is to sell, and that number in yellow is the number of coins that it will take to purchase or sell that item. So you can see there's a bunch of items here in the shop for sale. We also want to talk about the auction. So this is a pretty cool feature. You can list items up for auction. Maybe you can't sell it in the shop, but you do want to get some money from it. All you have to do is hold the item in your hand and do /auction house, or AH, or just A, sell, and then you have to give it a price. So like 100 coins, for example. And as long as you're holding that item, so whatever's in your selected spot right there is going to go up for auction, and people can bid on it, and we'll see how that goes. There's also a leaderboard here with the top coins, and then this is our portal. So before we actually go in the portal, I want to quick get a job, because if I get a job, then when I do basic tasks, I'll start to get money for those things. So let's do, let's do digger, because when you can break sand, dirt, grass. This sounds like something that I might do. And when you are in your job, you do get coins for killing other players. But you can also get a kill for killing other diggers. So if you kill someone that's in your same job, you can get extra coins for that kill. And something also to be aware of is the number of workers in the job. So you can see here the crafter job does have somebody working it. Miner has 3 people. So the more people that are in a job, the less rewards and coins there's going to be for you to be able to get when you do those jobs actions, like for example breaking stuff probably while mining in this case. So I'm going to join the digger job because no one else is in that job, so I'm going to get the maximum number of rewards. So you can just right click, and now I am currently working the job. So now if I click left click to get the actions, all I have to do is break some sand or dirt. And I actually, if you donate, you can join multiple jobs at once. So I'm also going to join miner just to get some extra money as well. So let's hop into this portal and we will start our build adventure here in Factions. So as soon as you walk through, you'll see this pop up here. You'll be able to do this and get this menu anytime just by typing /build. So if you do /build, you can see I can return to the spawn, I can set a home, and I can learn more about the server. And that's that wiki link I was talking about that has a lot of helpful information. So to start building, click on this 20 here for the 1.20 world. This is the main building world that was just generated recently. Obviously the Trails and the Tales update. It's got 6,000 radius border. So that means that it's 12,000 blocks from one corner in the top to the other corner in the top. So 6,000 radius, and griefing in PvP is allowed, so you have to be very cautious. Protect your land, because then it stops everyone except warring factions from doing anything to damage your property. You can see that it does cost some coins to teleport, and I have a donor rank, so I actually get a discount on these coin costs and the cooldown and the area that I can spawn in. So if you have not donated, you can only spawn in a 3,000 block area, but if you upgrade your rank, then you can spawn in a bigger area. So let's click this here and let's get started. So here I am in the Factions world, and this looks like a pretty good spot, but if I wanted a different spot, I could just do /build again and click on this again and go to a different spot. But I like this area, and I definitely want to make sure that I can come back here. Looks like I could build a little kind of cave or a base maybe up there. That's a pretty good spot. So I'm going to use my admin power and just jump over there. So here we go. And let's go over here. And this is probably where I'm going to want to build my house right here. Oh, look at that. It's perfect. So I'm going to do /F set home. Not that. I'm going to do just regular set home. So this is just a regular home. So if I just do /home, I'll come back here anytime. That way, this location's saved for me. Nobody else can come to my home. But I do need to make a faction, and I'm going to use the faction to protect this land. So I'm first going to, let's just get a stone shovel here with my admin powers. And I'm just going to break some dirt here. You can see in the top, it's kind of small, but it does say I'm a level 1 digger, and you can see the XP that I need in order to reach the next level. So you can see I'm getting coins for every single block, almost, that I'm digging, and it does have a little bit of a limit, so you can't just get a ton of money. But look at that, now I'm getting more coins, so it's very helpful to have a job, because then you can level up, and as soon as you level up your job, you actually get some more stuff from that job. So I am going to start my faction here, though, so I will do the command F create. Now that is going to be able to let us create a faction. Now let's just call this YouTube, because we're on YouTube, and I'm actually already in a faction, so that wasn't a good example, so I'll do /F info. Oh, and I'm in the Zeus faction. So if I wanted to create my own, I could do F create and then the name of it, but in this case, I was invited to this faction, and so I just invited this account, and that's the faction that I'm in. So you can see that that's my faction. If I do /F power, then I'll be able to see the total power level of my faction, and all the members that are inside the factions, their power level combines to be the total power for the whole faction. With power, you're able to claim chunks, and once you claim chunks, then nobody except for factions you're at war with can break those chunks. So I'm gonna do /F claim, and I just claimed this chunk, and you can see as I walk into it, my faction name here shows up in my action bar and on the screen. So I now have this claimed. I could do /F map to see a map, and there we are in my claimed chunk for Zeus for the faction Zeus. Very exciting. And now let's just do /F info. We can see who's involved. I could say F invite, and I could invite somebody to my faction. So you can see now I successfully invited this person to join. And then if they wanted to join, they could just do /F join and then the name of the faction like this. So that's basically how you use your faction. You can do /F set home. Now that I am in the faction, like I mentioned, now I can set the home to be here. So now if I come back to F home, now I'm back to my faction home. And this is helpful for other players in the faction. If you invite other people, you could all have a centralized home location, probably the faction base. And when you do /set home, that can be a different location than your faction home if you would like. Now you can gain power just by being online. So all you have to do is be online and playing actively and not away from your keyboard, and you can gain power. And you'll see in chat once you get more power, you'll see that, but you do need to use power to claim chunks. So I did claim this chunk, but let's walk back here, more into the cave. It's really dark. Oh, and I'm now in the wilderness. So I'm going to do /F claim here so I can claim that chunk as well. And then what I could do is I also, with the hero rank, I could do /F flags. And I could do flags list, so F flags list. And see, these are all the flags that I can set. I can actually change the color if I want. I can choose if allied factions can interact with my land. I can enable mob protection, so I can turn on and off friendly fire within my faction. So very interesting flags that you can set there for your faction. And you can also see that I've been doing my job. So in my balance, I have some extra coins just because I've been doing such a good job working and getting those coins. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is the faction roles and permissions. So you can do /F promote and then the name of a player to promote them to an officer. And when you're an officer in a faction, when you have that role, if I do /F info, you can see there's owner, and then if I had other people, it'd be officer, and then just regular members. Now, as an officer, you can invite other people to the faction, you can claim land, and you could do some more administrative tasks for the faction. You could change some settings around, maybe change the home. So you can do F promote and promote your best friend to officer. Just be aware that that does give them permission to use some faction commands and potentially cause damage. So be aware, but enjoy, and we hope that you enjoy the faction server. Have fun griefing and going to war with other factions. Make sure to check out our wiki page for a bunch of information that I did not cover today, and thanks for playing. We hope to see you online soon.